Hey y'all, calliebear here. Today I'm going to teach you guys about iron sights. Iron sights are really simple. They just take quite a bit of practice to get used to. And the other thing too is our eyes aren't really designed for iron sights. Yes, it does. Our eyes do work like a camera. We can shift our focus from near to far, but if you have vision issues, iron sights isn't where it's at. You want to get a red dot. All right, so those who don't have a red dot and they want to stick with irons, totally fine. I'm going to come behind the camera and show you guys what you should be looking for. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like to have a good sight picture. So we're going to get front sight focus. That would look like this. Notice how I'm shaking, right? This is why I don't like iron sights, because when you pull your trigger, you need your sights to be completely in line, equal height, equal sight. And I am really trying to keep this still. It seems like the more I try, the harder it gets. Anyways. Okay, now we have target focus. Target focus looks like this. My sights are completely level, but they are completely blurry, and my target is completely in view. One more thing. The other thing I want you guys to notice is my field of view. Look at how much I can't see, right? You can't see my dresser. You can't hardly see any of the guns that are on it. And I'm basically having to take the pistol and cut my target in half. So if their hands are like way down here, you're not going to see what their hands are doing. This is why I like red dots, because red dots have a larger field of view. Anyways, back to iron sights. So now we know how to aim with our irons. We need to start practicing getting a good sight picture. The more you practice getting a sight picture, the easier it's going to be for you later on when you go to the range. So when I get a gun or a new gun, right, I always work my trigger and I always practice getting a sight picture, because some iron sights are not the same height as others, right? This is the Ruger RXM, the Ruger Magpul pistol. This one has elevated sights on it, and it's ready for a red dot, right? But notice the difference in the height for the iron. So my presentation is going to be slightly different for this pistol than it is for this pistol. My height over bore is going to be different. Height over bore is the distance between the center of your optic and the center of your barrel. So the center of where you're seeing and where the center of your barrel is. So if you've shot irons a lot, right, and that's like maybe all you've ever shot, and you don't want to shoot red dots because it's so hard to find the dot. It's hard to find the dot because you're used to presenting your pistol in iron. So you're presenting your pistol too high, and now you're having to fish around for your red dot. All you need to do when you present is drop your pistol just a little bit and then start looking for your red dot. Another thing you can do too, if you're switching from irons to a red dot, you can come up in a high ready like this. I'm going to find a target to look at, and out of my periphery, I'm going to stare at my front sight. I'm going to stare at that front sight, and I'm going to watch that rear sight into that front sight. And when I do that, that red dot is just going to show up. So that'll look like this. So I have no sights on this pistol. This is my competition pistol, home defense vehicle pistol. This thing is awesome. Anyways, so if I did have a front sight on that and I was looking for a red dot, it would look like this. Staring for that front sight, boom, my red dot shows up. This is where I need to stop moving. Find that red dot, boom, we're good to go. Quick little tip for you guys. The biggest thing with iron sights, guys, is just practicing, getting your front sight focus, and then transitioning out to target focus. So no matter what we're doing, and we always want to be both eyes open too. Initially, when we're first starting, you can close that one eye and make sure things are lined up, but the goal is to be able to find your front sight and present with both eyes open. Why do we want to do that? The whole point in owning a firearm, yes, it's fun and to do competitions, but the whole point is self-defense, right? Having the ability to defend yourself and those around you. If you shut off half of your vision, you're cutting off the ability to see things over here. Maybe there's a bad guy over there, right? We want to be able to see as much as possible in a stressful event. So just practice getting a good sight picture over and over and over and over again. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. I tell all of my students every other day for 2 minutes. All you need to do, just pick your gun up, practice looking at different targets, shifting around, doorknob, edge of a picture frame. And we don't even have to practice pulling our trigger. We can literally just practice our grip and getting a good sight picture. And that would be it. So now when you go to the range, you're not struggling to find your sights or managing recoil. We've already really ingrained those things into our dry fire. All we need to do now is start working on our trigger press. All right, y'all, that's it. That is, almost said red dots. That is iron sights. If y'all have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below.